Hi, it's Megan. I have a really fun video I'm going to do right now. It's the perfect palette tag. Someone suggested that I do this and I think it's a great idea. So I have a big box of palettes here right in front of me and I'm going to try to get through this. I'm not going to swatch them. If people are curious or want to see swatches, sample swatches from these, let me know and I can put them on my blog. I really hate long videos. I just don't have time to watch them myself and I just wanted to get through this, and so that's what I'm going to do. But if you want to see swatches, I can put it on my blog. Okay, so best packaging. So here I kind of did a cheat and I did the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I just like how sleek this is. It's got fingerprints all over it, which I guess is a downside. And then I just like the packaging. And then it opens up to this with a beautiful mirror. I just like it. And I did the Yves Saint Laurent Beauty Flower Crush palette. I'm sorry, small, sleek, just too gorgeous. It's just too pretty. That's the best packaging. Color Payoff. Okay, so here, the Smashbox Shades of Fame. It's a little messy. These are unbelievable. This palette's not available anymore and I think Smashbox eventually discounted it. I don't even get that. This, okay, I'm going to do just, since we're doing Color Payoff. And this like gold. These are unbelievable. I love them. And Coastal Scents, I know, everyone buys it. Everyone pays like next to nothing for it. But the 42 Double Stack Matte palette, I love matte shades. I play with this thing and I just cannot believe I paid like $10 for this thing. And how great the shadows are and how beautiful the colors are. Like with a cheap palette, sometimes you don't get pigmentation or sometimes the shades just look super unnatural on. This has some bright shades and I still feel like it looks really, really pretty. In fact, since we're doing color, I'll swatch an orange and a green and a purple. Unbelievable. That's just one swipe. I don't do perfect swatches. I don't believe in them. If I'm getting paid to do swatches, I will do perfect swatches. If I'm doing it myself, I'm going to do honest swatches. Okay, most versatile. My new favorite palette, or one of my, can you believe I'm just buying this now? The Lorac Pro palette. Oh my gosh, how can you be more perfect than this? Half mattes and half amazing shimmers, very complex shades, and they label them so you don't have to think about like what you're gonna do, and they all blend together. You can do a smoky eye with the grays and the blacks and the whites, or you can just do a really natural look. It's actually what I have on my eyes right now. That's what I'm wearing. And along with most versatile comes, you're not going to be surprised at this, Urban Decay. And I did Naked 1 and 3 because 2 I think is more taupe based and I've got warmer skin tones, so Naked 1, I adore this. This is the one palette I guess I probably couldn't live without. And then Naked 3, which I actually like slightly more than I like Naked 1, but I still could live with this one without this one, and I couldn't live without Naked 1. Go figure, right? That's what people are like. Kind of the rose gold and also the purple undertones. Best for traveling. Okay, this is embarrassing. This is an old Nars. Yes, it has been on many a trip with me. This is an old Nars palette. Okay, why these shades? Because when you're traveling, you're in a hurry and you're sometimes getting dressed in the dark or in the airplane in that little kind of what they call a bathroom, and just having, I made a mess right here with the blue, having just a few bright shades that you can just use to open up your eyes or your face, I think makes a huge difference. So what I would do is take a bright blush. I would of course have a bronzer with me. I hate lip products that are in little palettes like this, but these are actually really great colors. They're workable. And then I would do like a blue eyeliner or just a little bit of a purple or a gray eyeshadow with kind of the beige right up here. Not beige, bone right up there. I have used this on so many trips, and I actually have more neutral Nars palettes that are exactly like this that I don't like as much as I like just having those few bright colors that just open up my eyes and really require less makeup overall. And I have 2 others because I like to travel. I used to travel a lot. if you're not going to bring something like the Nars palette, which will give you a more polished look, the Benefit Cabana Glama, I don't understand why this has been on sale for like 2 years on the Benefit website, maybe a year and a half. I just don't get it. So this has everything you need. It's got a concealer, it's got eyeshadows, it's got a bronzer, and it's got a low gloss. Everything just to throw on in a bathroom and look polished. I don't know about you, but if I go on an overnight flight, I need bronzer, really seriously, and so this does it. And in the same vein, this is no longer available, the Too Faced, the Bronze and the Beautiful. And yes, by the way, I do keep some of my palettes and stuff in boxes. It's really sad, it's true. This right here has bronzers and highlighters. I can live on this and mascara and lip gloss or lipstick, period, for weeks, whether I'm in the sun or not. This is a perfect, perfect, perfect palette. Okay, biggest regret. I don't even have my biggest regret anymore, and I just did a review on it last week. I gave it away. So the Life palette, Cosmetics Life palette in Day Life, I'm going to try to find a picture and overlay it into the video. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing that wrong with it. There's nothing right with it. It's this big, big palette with lots of colors that are all kind of fine, but I'm just not going to use it. I have enough makeup, and there's nothing about it that I like. So enough to use it on a daily basis. It's just not my thing. Best color names. I like Kat Von D's colors. So it was a question of which palette to pick, and I just picked the most recent one. Well, not the most recent, but the most recent holiday one, Spellbinding Eyeshadow Book. But I just like her colors in general because she makes them personal. And so this right here, this is the palette. And she's got names like Babe, Geek, Birdcage, Galore, Gunner, Hexagram, Wonderland, WTF, Bukowski. It's just personal. Cry Later, Holy Bible, Oddfellows. It's just personal. I love her shades anyway. I love her palettes. They're not quite as usable as some of the others, but she has the best names. And it was more a question of which palette to pick, and I wanted to show this one because I really like it. But all of them have great names. And they're personal, which is just something I like. Biggest regret, okay. Least used. This there was like a toss-up between least used and biggest regret, and this one almost fell in both categories. The Marc Jacobs Style Icon number 7 in the Starlett. Beautiful packaging, by the way. This could have made it into best packaging. Open it up. Again, it's just stunning packaging. This looks like warm tones. They are so metallic, these colors. So take a copper, take a gold. They're just so, they're the ones up here, those two. They're just so metallic on me. I just don't like them. And this white actually looks more blue, gray, cold blue-gray and metallic. I just don't use it. It's not a bad palette. It's just not a flattering palette for someone with my skin tone at all. Most used. Okay. Urban Decay Naked Basics. You're going to start seeing some of my biases come through here. I love matte shadows, and I love the fact that this is so little. Full-size eyeshadows, so usable. This is the Lorac Pro Palette. Really belongs to this category too, but I haven't had it long enough. But it has the same kind of ease of use and just every shade is perfect kind of thing going on that you know you're not going to go wrong. So then also the Urban Decay Smoke Palette. Does this go on my favorite? Does this go as most used? I love this. I actually have a backup for this one in case they ever stop making it. Every time I wear this, I get compliments. These colors are absolutely perfect. You can do a smoky eye, but you can also do just a super easy natural look with it, believe it or not. When I have 2 minutes to get ready, I will do one of these two palettes, or so if I have to get ready in like a second or a minute or 2 minutes, whatever, I will wear those two palettes, or I will wear the YSL, and I want one of my little sort of workable things. Or my YSL Pure Chromatics in number 9, which basically just has basic browns, and this is kind of like a smoky gray color. This is one of those no fail, always work, perfect palettes. So by the way, my lipstick has changed and the lighting has changed. I just had like a 2-hour technical difficulty with the computer and the camera and everything, so, but I want to finish this video. So that was most used. Now most loved, Urban Decay Vice 1 and 2. I'm sorry, these may not, well, I think they're actually very practical palettes. These may not be available anymore, but I love them. They're just so fun. These are just, they have really great neutrals that I can use when I'm running around and throw on and put on in a second, but then they also have just some really fun colors. So that was 1. And this is 2. And I don't think I have another shade in all the palettes and all the makeup I have as much as I like, what's it called? Shell Shocked. This silver. There's like a depression in it. I don't have depressions in almost any of my other shadows. I just love, it's like this cool, what's that, I don't know, it's like blue shimmer. I can just put it right in the inner eye here, and I can even pull it back off my, I just think, okay, that it's gonna look a little overdone, but given that I'm doing it on camera, I just love this shade. It's the best shade of all the shades I have in every single palette ever. Then last, Desert Island. So whatever happened to the Tarte Jewel Box? I never see this on YouTube. It has shimmer shades, matte shades. You open it up and you got lips, which also can be used quite honestly for cheeks, highlighter, bronzer, and then eye pencils, and they're all amazing, fabulous quality, gorgeous shades. Just look at those. I love this palette. It's from, it's not gonna work, 3 Christmases ago. If I were gonna be stuck on a desert island, I would want to bring this, or, and this should go into my most used also. I think I put it in my most used, but I didn't show it. My Too Faced, a few of my favorite things. Okay, this palette is in almost all my, like so many videos that I make. It's got the blush, the bronzer, amazing eyeshadows, neutrals with just a little bit of color too, kind of fun. And then if you're really gonna cheat, you also have a deluxe sample of Better Than Sex mascara, and you get a full-sized of the Too Faced Lip Injection in Bee Sting, a very neutral nude. So that's it. Those are my perfect palette tag palettes. Love them all. If you have comments, like these, own these, have thoughts, I'd love to hear it. If you have suggestions, this, by the way, was a suggestion to do this video, so suggestions are always welcome. And subscribe on YouTube, and I have a novel that I'm putting on YouTube called Mask, which is kind of about makeup and the masks that we wear, that I'm putting chapter by chapter, and I'll put a link in the description for the first 2 chapters. And my battery's now about to die because I went through all this stuff fixing my computer camera thing, and now the battery's gonna die. So that's the end of this video. At least I got it done. Thank you.